In Borderlands, there are a lot of stories or major plot beats that are just skipped over and only ever talked about in the past tense by characters. Stories that can never be told because of Borderlands' story structure with 4 new playable Vault Hunters in every game telling their own unique story. But what if we got all of these forgotten plots and put them into their own game? What's going on? I'm Cashew, and these are some forgotten Borderlands stories that could be their own game. Now, this is a concept that I've thought of for years. It would be so cool to finally get to experience these, in some cases, incredibly integral parts of the Borderlands story through a prequel-like adventure. I'm just gonna get into it and start with the big one. The Fall of New Haven. This has got to be the most important story to the franchise that is just like never shown. People talk about the Fall of New Haven a lot though, from Sanctuary citizens to the main characters. This makes it feel like a big deal, and it is. This event is the catalyst of how the OG Vault Hunters are characterized in BL2. Lilith feels like she wasn't strong enough to save everyone, even though she's a siren. Roland forms the Crimson Raiders to fight back against Jack's army. Rick was banished from the Raiders when he found out that iconic and beloved character Shep Sanders sold out New Haven's location to Jack, causing the fall of New Haven and the death of Rick's new puppy, Dusty. He was banished because, upon learning this, he killed Shep by forcing his fingers through his eyes and breaking his skulls. Holy shit. And Mordecai was also there. From what we know, the Fall of New Haven started and practically ended with a fully upgraded, almost invincible Wilhelm. Alongside him were of course a bunch of loader bots and his partner Nisha. Because of how one-sided this fight is, I thought for the gameplay part of this, you'd get a choice between what side you wanted to play for. You could also do it on a character-to-character basis, with Rick having his ending being a boss fight with Nisha before she kills Dusty, breaking him, leading him to be locked up in the Lynchwood prison. But while that's all happening, Roland and Lilith are trying to evacuate as many people as possible. Wilhelm's story could be a massive gauntlet as you're all powered up and near indestructible, fighting through waves of resistance, and then at some point getting to fight Mordecai, Lilith, and Roland in separate boss fights throughout. Ever since seeing the New Haven flashbacks in the credits of Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel, I've always wanted to play through it. But if we're going on the pre-sequel credits as any indicator, it does show Jack there, even though I don't think he actually was according to the lore established in BL2. Timothy could be fighting there also, as the Vault Hunters wouldn't know that he wasn't Jack, and even though he hates him, Tim's kinda just stuck working for Jack for life. And just in case someone asks, Aurelia wasn't at the Fall of New Haven, as the Vault Hunters on Sanctuary would have recognized her in the Holodome DLC, but as they all explained, they didn't. I think all the characters' stories could have their own endings as well, setting them up as they were in Borderlands 2. Roland forms the Raiders, Lilith pledges to avenge the Fallen, and Brick breaks out of prison. But that being said, just please make it, please. But on to the next one. This next one, I really don't have much to go on, but that's what kind of makes it cool. I'm referring to General Rancid. You know what I'm talking about? I don't blame you. It's legit only in a one-off line from Tiny Tina.
Roland told me you were coming. I still owe him for all that butt crap with General Rancid.
When I first heard this, I just thought it was a Borderlands 1 DLC that I hadn't played yet. But no, it's a completely unique event that was never shown or referred to ever again. This could be how Roland and Tina met, or it could just be a favor that Roland did for her. What's good about something like this is that the sky's the limit. You could make a whole ass DLC of Tina wanting to take this guy out, or Roland defending this girl he just met for some good old characterization. I would prefer this to be about how the two of them met though, as I really like their dynamic, and it would show completely new scenes and context, making Dragon Keep sadder for one, but also not repeating what we've already seen with these two characters. Wonderlands. That's all I really have to say, as we really don't know anything about General Rancid or what butt crap Roland dealt with, but this one line has been haunting me for years. And frankly, I think it's time to show us what happens. I feel like it's about time. After the original Tales from the Borderlands, and especially after Borderlands 3, the people want to know, where is Sasha, what happened to her, and why is Athena not talking to Reese? We also still don't know what's in the Vault of the Traveler. So many questions, and we're getting answers. In a novel, Borderlands Dead or Alive. There has been some controversy with the announcement of this book, as Gearbox was humbly asking gamers to read. I don't really have that much of a problem with it, it's just, it would have made a much better game. Fiona and Sasha are a great duo, a real good cop, bad cop kind of thing going on, with Fiona being the smart, smooth con artist and Sasha being the one with a gun. Their story in this doesn't even necessarily have to be the same as Dead or Alive. They could just be going on their own adventure, conning people, and trying to hunt down a vault of their own using the tech they got from the Vault of the Traveler. Could be why they disappeared without telling Reese, as he's now the CEO of a huge corporation and he'd no doubt want a piece of that pie. At least the modern version of Reese would, because his character is just completely different. Oh my god, especially after New Tales. Ugh. This is another story that doesn't really have much to go off on, so let's just hope that the book surprises everyone and is so amazing they turn it into a game. Valve is a manufacturer that we don't know too much about compared to the others. They're always at war and fighting for the glory of the revolution, according to the rat at least, but little snippets of what we get of Vladoff are very consistent with each other, making quite a cool story. The main thing thing you're gonna think of first is Mose, who is an ex-Vladoff mechanized infantry soldier. Mose explains in her Echo on Sanctuary, as well as her character trailer in Borderlands 3, that she'd been trying to get out of the army and keep her Iron Bear mech for years, and she only had one last mission, which also happened to be a suicide mission that Mose barely lived through. On the flip side, however, there is Nurse Nina, who is currently found living on Elpis. For those with keen eyes, you'll notice that she actually wears a Vladoff bomber jacket, as well as being one of the only people who speaks with a Russian accent, besides, I don't know, the guy from the Vladoff trailers? Nina also talks to her mother about why she moved to Elpis, as the company can't find her here. I speculate that Nina made a deal with Hyperion to help with their top-secret body double project in exchange for safe passage through the Elpis, so that she could get out of the Vladoff army. I think this because Nina is seen in Timothy Lawrence's Echoes as the doctor who performed surgery on him, making him look like Jack. With just these stories alone, it primed us to think more about Vladoff and is very open for a new character to be introduced, while also letting past characters get in like Tacita, Mose, Timothy, or Blake, trying to help Nina out. The story's gameplay can revolve around doing missions for the Vladoff army, while subtly setting up your escape through smaller objectives each mission until you reach the final operation, where with maybe a few hiccups so you can fight a boss in the end, you're home free to the Hyperion shuttle. Now, I do have a lot more ideas for this concept, as I've been thinking about this for years, but I think I'll leave it here for now. And if this video does well enough, I'll make a follow-up. Mate, do tell me in the comments or wherever you want if you enjoyed this video, and if you think I'm onto something with this, sure, you chuck us a like. But that's all from me for now. Thanks for watching, and let's do the channel member shoutouts. My channel members are JBH, who knows what every different type of stone and rock tastes like due to, constant trials. Wesker520, who commands the elements themselves. I'm talking water, earth, bears, fire, he's got it all. Angel B, who dines with only the most sophisticated of people, like Larry the Lobster and others. And Chimpy Scrimpy, who can in fact recreate the Tarzan swinging scene with anything at their disposal, even if they're like at a city block or something. But thank you so much to all these guys, I really do appreciate you all. If you want to become a channel member for super cheap, then you can just by hitting the join button below the video. But before we end the video for good, I gotta give another mega shout out to Wesker520, who hit us up again with another $2 super thanks. You are a legend and I appreciate you more than you know. That's about it for now. Thanks for watching.